In this video, we are going to take a look at how we can add Facebook reviews as well as Facebook review badge on our WordPress website. So in order to add these Facebook reviews on our WordPress website, we need to use the social review block from the Plus add-ons for Gutenberg. And using this, we will be able to show reviews like this one in form of a grid, or maybe we can do some styling with the profile image, or maybe we can even create a carousel of these Facebook reviews on our site. So if all that sounds interesting and you also want to add these Facebook reviews and badges on your site, then hop in and I'll show you everything step by step. My name is Ankit Sharma from the team Posimyth, and if you want to deep dive in the world of WordPress using Gutenberg, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. So let's dive in our WordPress backend and I'll show you everything step by step. So here we are in our WordPress backend, and if we go in the plugin section, here we have the Plus add-ons for blog editor free as well as the pro version. And once we have installed both of these plugins, we can now go to Plus settings and then click on Plus blocks. And here we need to search for review. And this is the social reviews block that we are going to use, and as you can see, it's part of the pro plan of this plugin, so make sure you have the pro plan installed and activated. And after that, make sure you turn on this block from here and then just click on save. So now we are ready to use this social review block on our site. So let's go ahead and create a page and see how this works. So here we have a sample page for Facebook reviews, and at the bottom in the content section, let's go ahead and add a row. So we will use the TP row block and then choose a single column. And here we will search for review. So this is the TP social reviews block that we are going to use. And after adding this block, we need to go to this layout section. And here we can see content, which we can choose as reviews or badges. But right now we will see reviews first, and then we will cover how we can show badges. So we'll select reviews from here, and below this we have style and the layout option, and that we will cover once we see some reviews here. So in order to show Facebook page reviews here, we need to go to this content section here, and as we can see, we have Facebook already added here. We can click on this add content, and here we can add one more Facebook block with which we will be able to add reviews from another Facebook page. Or maybe we can click on this, and for the source, we can change this to Google or custom. Now with Google, we will be able to pull up reviews from our Google local My Business page. And for custom, we will be able to add custom reviews. So this custom review is helpful if in case you are collecting reviews anywhere other than Facebook or Google. So you can also show these offline reviews on your website. But right now we will close this and we go to Facebook option here. And now in order to fetch reviews from a Facebook page and display them here, we need to generate an access token, which will create a connection between our website as well as our Facebook page. So we can generate the access token from here, or maybe we can use this link. If we open this in a new tab, it will take us to the api.posimyth.com website. And here we have option to generate access token for Instagram, Facebook feed, as well as Facebook reviews. So right now we will only use this for Facebook reviews. And once we are on this page, we just need to use this get access token option, and then we will be able to generate the access token, which will connect our website and our Facebook page. So we will cover both of these methods, but first let's go back here in our WordPress editor. And let's first choose this generate access token button. So let's click on this, and it's going to ask you to continue with your normal Facebook profile. So let's click on continue. And now here it's asking us to select a Facebook page which we want to connect and fetch the reviews. So we will select this one and then click on next. And now we need to make sure that all the three options should be set on yes. and then click on done. And now the final step, we just need to click on OK. And this is going to close the pop-up, and here we see we have the access token and the page ID added here. And with that, we now see we have our Facebook page reviews showing up here. So let me just update this right here and see how it looks in the front end. So this is our front end, and here we can see our Facebook reviews showing here. So this is the option number 1 to generate this access token using this button here. We can also use our API right here. This is going to work the same way. So let me just go ahead and clear this access token and page ID from here. And now we will open this link in a new tab. And let's go ahead and generate the access token from this API. So we go down and click on this Get Access Token button. And here again, it's asking us to continue with our normal Facebook profile. So let's click on Continue. And once again, we will select our page, then click on Next. And then we need to make sure all the 3 options are set on Yes. Let's click on Done. And then the final step, we just need to click on OK. And now we are back on the api.posimyth.com, our site. And here we have successfully generated the page ID as well as the access token. So let's copy this from here. Let's come back in our page. Let's paste the access token and the page ID here. So now we see our Facebook review feed is back in our page. So this is how you can use both of these options, generate access token button or our api.posimyth.com site to generate access token to link your website and your Facebook page to fetch all these reviews. Now there could be a situation where this generate access token will open up the pop-up, but somehow it will block that pop-up. Now in that case, you need to edit some settings in your Chrome browser. So for that, you need to click on these 3 dots on the very top right corner. And then go to Settings, and here click on Privacy and Security and scroll down at the very bottom. Here we need to go to Site Settings, and at the very bottom of this page we have pop-ups and redirects. And just for some time, make sure this option, Site can send pop-ups and use redirects, is turned on. And maybe later on you can disable that, but you need to use this only if you see any problem in opening up of the pop-up or redirect. So after this, we can now go and play around with various settings. So let's first start with the style. So here we can choose different style. So this is how you can play around with this, but I would prefer the first one. So we will go with that. And for the layout, we can choose grid or masonry or maybe carousel. So here we will be able to create a slider with our Facebook reviews. So we will choose grid from here. And now if we scroll down, we have this content section. And as we mentioned before, we can add one more content. So that could be a Google review, which we will cover in a separate video. But we can also add custom reviews. So if we select this one, and for this review, we need a profile image. So let's add this. So maybe we can choose this one. And here we can enter the username as, and here we can show the review message. So maybe we can add any simple text. So this is how it's going to show here. So now we can see we have the profile image, the profile ID and the text. And here we can choose the platform where we got this review. So maybe not from the Facebook review. Maybe you got this review from a Facebook message or maybe a Facebook comment. Or maybe you can choose any other source like custom. So maybe you got this review from WhatsApp. So let's enter that. And you can enter platform logo as well. So you can upload any image from your library. So maybe we can add this one just for an example. So now you can see we got this logo here. And here you can also enter the date and the rating. Let's enter 4. And you can also play around with the rating icon here. So you can choose any icon as you like from the library. So now we are showing Facebook as well as a custom review on our site. So let's update this and refresh it in the front end. So here we have the Facebook as well as a custom review showing on our site. And if we come back here in our content section, let's open the Facebook first. Here we have an option for category. This will be used for filtering. So let's say we give it a name as Facebook, and we can show maximum results as many as we want. So let's say we enter 6. So we have the 6 reviews here. Now same for the custom. We can go down, and for the category, maybe we can add custom review, and once again we can set the limit. So maybe we can leave this to 6, and this category text will be used for filtering, which we will cover in just a few minutes. Now if we scroll down, here we have the reviews option. So the first option is negative review stars. Now this one is helpful if you don't want to show 1-star reviews on this feed here, which I'm sure nobody wants. So if there is any review on your Facebook page which is showing 1 star, you can show that as 2, 3 or 4 star on your review feed here. So let's say if we select 3 star from here, so all the reviews which got 1 star on Facebook will show as 3 star here on the site. So I'm sure this will be a really helpful option. After this we have display ID and exclude. So let's turn this on, and here we can see a unique ID added to all our reviews here. So let's say we don't want to show this custom review in our feed, so we can copy this ID from here, and now if we paste it here, exclude post IDs, so whatever ID we enter here, that review will no more be visible in our feed. So this is how you can enter as many IDs as you want and hide the reviews in your website feed. So right now we will just clear it up so that we can show this review as well. And below that we have column manager. So here we can choose any number of column as we like. So right now 3 or 2 column would be good enough. And below that we can set the gap between these columns. And after this we have the filter option. So if we turn this on, we can now see our category name here on the top, and we have all Facebook and custom as tab. So let me just update this here and let me show you how it looks in the front end. So now as we have the category filter on, here we have the Facebook option. If we select this, we will only see the reviews from Facebook. If we select the second option, that is custom, we will only see the custom reviews. If we go with all, we will see all the reviews here in our feed. So this is how we can use these categories and create a filter using that. And you can also style this text here. So maybe we can play around with this as well. But I like the first one, so we will go with this. And you can also align this to any position. And after this we have load more options. So what should happen after the limit of the number of reviews that we have set? So right now it is set to none. We can go to load more, so it will show a load more button here, or maybe we can have a lazy load option. So whenever we scroll down, it will keep on adding our reviews. So here we can choose display post. Right now it is set to 6, and after that it will show more post. And after that we have extra options. So here we have refresh time, which is set to 1 hour. Now we can go ahead and change this to 1 day, because we are just fetching some reviews from our Facebook page. So that doesn't require a constant or a frequent refresh rate. So with this we will also reduce the load on our website server for making these requests very frequently. After this we have text limit. So right now we see this text here, and we can set this limit for character and word. So let's say we use number of words as 5. So now we just see this 5 words, and then we have the show more option, which we can control from here. So instead of show more, maybe we can just type in more. And after this we have display dots. So this 3 dots here can be controlled from this option. If we turn this off, the dots will be gone. So let's turn this on. And after this we have content scroll bar as well. So if it is a long review, you can go ahead and use this scroll bar. Now after this we have the main option of this block, that is performance. So here if we turn this on, it is going to save all of these settings and options that we have done, and it will be saved in our database, so that whenever a visitor lands on this page, it's not going to send a request to our API and then fetch the reviews from the Facebook page. It's going to load everything from the database first, and this will optimize our website speed in a very significant way. But if in case you want to do any changes here, so you need to save this new information in the database. So for that, first turn the performance option off. Then we need to delete all the transient. So we will click on this delete option. And once everything is deleted from our database, we need to create new transient information. So for that, we will again turn on this performance option. And now we will have the new information in our database. So now after all these settings, we can now go to on the very top, and here we can select style. The style area where we can do all the styling. So here the first option is universal, which means that whatever style we choose here will be added on all the reviews. That is on the Facebook review, or maybe on the custom review, or maybe if we have Google reviews here, then the style that we choose under the universal tab will be applicable on all of these reviews. For example, if we change username typography, and here if we choose a font style, and here if we choose a font size, let's say 13 pixel, it's going to update the username of all the reviews here. In the same way, username color, we can change that from red to maybe dark blue. So this is going to update the username for Facebook reviews as well as the custom review. So in the same way, we can play around with all these style options. And below this we have box. Below this we have box background option. So here we can give a background color to our box here. So maybe something like this. So we can choose the color as per our website color scheme. And in the same way, we can play around with all the styling options for various elements. Now after universal, we have Facebook, and then we have Google and custom option, which means that if you want to have a different style for Facebook reviews and a unique different style for custom or Google reviews, we can do that from here. For example, for Facebook reviews, we want the box background to be maybe light blue shade, and for our custom one, let's scroll down and go to custom, and for this one we want the background to be a little bit of green shade, something like this. So now we can have a different style for Facebook and custom reviews. In the same way, if we add Google reviews, we can assign a different style to that as well. And after this, we can style our show more text and lazy load option here. And then we have the styling for category. So we can do that from here. So maybe we can play around with that as well. Now this is how we can get the reviews on our website. Now let's go ahead and check the second option, that is badges. If we select this, it's now showing us a recommended box, and here we have two options, yes or no. And if we check here, we have style option as well. So if we can choose style 1, style 2 and style 3. So I would prefer to go with style 1. And here we can choose the source as Facebook or Google. So again, we will cover Google in a separate video. Let's say for now we will keep it on Facebook. So we have generated the access token in the same way like we did for our Facebook reviews, and now we can see we have 5 reviews here, and it's also showing the Facebook profile image of people. And below this we have an option for yes and no. Would you like to recommend the page name? So we will have these two options here, and with that we will be able to collect reviews for our Facebook page right from our website. And again, if we go down, here we have badge options. So if we select this, we have the post fixed content, that is recommended by, which is showing here. So we can edit this from this option. And after this we have prefix content, that is people, which is reflecting here. So we can edit that as well. After this, we have show recommended. So if we turn this off, there will be no yes or no button. But if in case you want to collect the reviews and ratings, then you need to turn this option on. And once again, we can change the text that we see here. And then we have the first button which says yes, and we have the second one that says no. So we can edit the text of these two buttons from here. And after this, we have extra option. And again, we have the refresh time, which we can set to 1 day. And again, we have the performance option, which we will definitely keep it on. So this is how it looks in the front end. So here on this page, we have this recommended badge. So this is how it looks in the front end. We have this Facebook review badge here, and from this one we can collect reviews for our Facebook page. So this is how easy it is to add these Facebook reviews as well as these Facebook review badges on your WordPress website. So if you like this video, then make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to watch more videos like this and see what amazing things you can do with Plus add-ons for Gutenberg, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.